Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rachel. This is my channel, Lots of Pots, and today I'm going to share with you a small haul and a really quick plant styling in the front part of my home. I had a vision of what I wanted to try to do in the front area of my home in my foyer, and this is the area that I'm going to be plant styling. And this area had a couple of plants in it, but then I decided I wanted to revamp this area only because I felt as if it was a little bit too intense for right at the front of my home. And I do want it to be like plant visible, but I didn't want it to be as intense as it was before, because it's just a little bit too much as soon as you walk into my home. So what I did was I went into Home Depot and Lowe's, of course, my two go-to places, and I was able to find, number one, some pots. I was able to find some clearance pots at Lowe's, $4.97. This is what they look like. These are the Allen & Roth 31.29 quart cover pots. They do have room to punch holes in it so that you can use them as an actual planting pot, but I am using them as cover pots. I use cover pots on just about every plant in my house, because if there's any problems in your plants, your cover pot will tell you. You take your plant up and you'll see whatever's in the bottom. So this is what I was able to purchase. I love the color. The color is absolutely dreamy. It is a plastic pot. It's almost like a foamy kind of plastic pot, and I love it. This is just so perfect. It's just a beautiful pot. Every time I look at it, I just can't believe this thing was on clearance. And they have a smaller size that is $7.97 for the smaller size. It's a more usable size, obviously. And then there is one that's a little bit larger than this one, and it is $7.97. But then this one is $4.97, and it is outside in the outside gardening area. That's where it is. So if you are looking for cover pots, this is definitely a good find. So I will be using this to restyle this area. I purchased two of them. And then the other part of my vision was to have a big, huge, healthy peace lily sitting in this area. And I went into Home Depot. The pot was from Lowe's. I did not find a large peace lily in Lowe's. They had some, but they were pretty small. And so I went over to Home Depot to see if they had anything bigger, and they had the same, basically the very same peace lilies that Lowe's did, and they were in both stores, I believe, about $29. And there was like a metal cart that had a bunch of wrapped up plants, and so of course that piqued my interest. And I went over to it, and it was a cart full of these huge peace lilies, but it said special buy on it, and they were $16.97. Yes. Okay, you're gonna pass out when you see this plant. Here it is. Here she is. Oh my goodness. This is the peace lily I was able to find for $16.97. Okay. I already have it sitting in the pot that I purchased, but it is in a nursery pot, and she is beautiful. The pollen from the spats are going everywhere, and so I'm probably covered in pollen right now. But look how lush, how beautiful. Do I need another one of these? I don't know. Who expected this? I truly wanted a great big peace lily, and I found it. I was so excited. And I was the first person who was able to get them because they had just unwrapped them. And when I saw them, they were not unwrapped. And so I went to find someone so that they can tell me whether or not I can just like grab one off of there. But then as I was looking around, the plant rep was actually there, and they were unwrapping it. And I just said, wow, those are beautiful. And then he says, oh, they just came off the truck. They came from Florida. And so I said, okay, are they ready to be sold? And he said, yes. And so I was able to go through them and just get the one that I wanted. And I was so excited. I was so happy. I'm still so happy. I only have one other peace lily, and it's a very small one. It was something that was given to me on Facebook Marketplace, and it is in water. It is not in soil. So that is what I'm going to use to plant style this area. I'm going to put it right over here on this little table that I have here. And the only problem is this door, it doesn't get used very often, but it does get used, and I don't want my peace lily to get a draft, and so that may be the only issue. So even if I don't use the styling that I do today for this plant, I am definitely going to use it in the warmer months, but I'm going to use it now. I am going to use it. I am simply just going to watch to see if the draft is a little bit too much for this peace lily for right now. I'm so excited about her. She's just beautiful. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add some of the shelves over here. Where are they? Well, they're actually not shelves. They are baskets. And I believe the channel is Janae Simone, who uses these for her walls to put her plants in. And what I love about this idea is that when you put your plants into these baskets on your walls, it's almost like they disappear. And so I'm going to put a little floating plant shelf right here so that I can have some plants just growing down and just growing, you know, long and lush. So I'm not really sure which plants I will use just yet. I believe I have plants that I can use here, but even if I don't have them, I'm going to try it out today, and then I will see exactly what it is that I need to fill this space. And this is going to be a super, super quick changeover. And it's just to share an idea of how to change things up so that you're, you know, just able to get a little change in your home. And it's not something that you really have to go out and do anything. Sometimes it's just about shopping your home and just moving it around. Even though I did purchase these things for this area, if I already had big pots, I would have just used them. And these right here I already had. I normally use these in my beauty room. So these right here I already had. I had a bunch of just little things in them, but I ended up getting rid of a lot of those things and decluttering, and so I have them for my plants now. So I hope you enjoy this video. If you do, please remember to give me a big thumbs up and subscribe if you'd like to. Ask me any questions that you like to in the bottom about the plants, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys. Here I ended up putting one of my Scindapsus tribii moonlights over here, and these don't really need very much bright light, although this is a nice bright area. And then this neon pothos is definitely something that doesn't need a whole bunch of bright light. This will thrive even though it's not in super bright light, but I definitely think this is enough light for it. And again, over here with this peace lily, not really quite sure how this one is going to work out in this area because there is a door here. And then, so if I switch this out, I will more than likely just put one of my really big Sansevieria plants right here. I just noticed it has a new leaf right there in the middle. I didn't see that before. And then I also put this Sansevieria down here, the one that I have in Leca. I just transferred that over, so I am watching it every single day, so it would be nice to have it nice right here out in the open. I thought about putting an area rug here, but I don't really like to have an area rug right here because they tend to get so dirty, whereas if the floor is just open, you know, you can just clean it easily. So anyway, this was just a quick thing, and I really like the way it turned out. I'm just going to give you an overview of how it looks. So I just opened the door just to be sure that the door would not have a problem or have anything obstructing it. And I do see that one of the plants, that Synapsis, is a little bit too close to that door. So I'm going to have to move both of those over to the right a little bit, which is just fine. That's not a problem at all. But I do like the way this looks. This looks really, really cute. And I think that even though the plants are pretty big statement plants, I don't think that it is too much for this area because it is a pretty small area. Thanks again for watching, and I will talk to you guys again soon. Bye.